Third graders, it is Tuesday, April 21st. I'm going to see you today at 10 o'clock for our Zoom class, but don't forget you have Coach Sinowitz meeting with you at 9:30 to 9:45. So your first Zoom session will be with Coach, and then I will meet you with a different link at 10 o'clock. So check your Zoom document in your social studies folder for those links and for the particular times. Your specials, don't forget to be keeping to look at their e-learning plans at this, and that you met with Miss Bashir. And if you did not join her Google Classroom, you can put this code in with your 9 boxes and your Google Classroom. If you have any questions before we meet at 10, go ahead and put them on the Padlet. You're going to continue your Words Their Way work this week. And if you have any questions after you got started yesterday, we can meet today during or after our Zoom session with the whole class. Do not be afraid to ask. You can shoot me an email and you can say, Miss Mingan, I need a question about the oddballs and whatever it is, and we can meet afterward. ELA, you're going to complete your 30 minutes of independent reading, making sure that you continue to read some poetry. There is the poetry collection in your EPIC mailbox. So please make sure if you're looking for poetry and you don't have any texts at home, I've created a collection so that you can have a varied amount and varied book collection in that kind of all in one place. Today, your poetry is going to be how to write a cinquain. So your haikus were beautiful yesterday. I so enjoyed reading them. And I can't wait to see how you use syllables again in poetry with cinquains. So watch the lesson. You're going to be creating a cinquain poem and putting them on Seesaw, but you're also going to be reading cinquain poems in a book that I assigned to you in EPIC. So if you log into your EPIC account, you're going to see that in the upper right-hand corner, there's the mailbox. And when you go in, you're going to see that there's the poetry collection and the weather collection, but there's also a standalone book called Cinquain Poems. So please make sure you finish that, and I'll be looking for everybody, all 17 people, to have finished that book by the end of today. You're also, like I said, going to be writing your own cinquain poem and putting it on Seesaw so that you don't have to watch the whole video again. I put kind of a shortcut graph here to remind you what needs to be in a cinquain poem line by line. So use that to help you. For math today, you're going to watch Miss DeGrazia's lesson about subtracting kilograms and grams. This is a longer lesson because she gives you 3 different strategies on how to do this subtraction. Please take the time to watch the video. If you need to, watch it in chunks, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, or 10 minutes, take a break and watch the last 5 minutes. But whatever you do, please make sure that you are watching this lesson. It is just like if I'm standing at the smartboard and we have our little mini lesson in math, and then you're going off to do your own independent work. This is the good learning that we need you to be doing while we're away from the classroom. So you need to be watching these videos. When you're done, you're going to go to workbook page 21. When you click on that link, it's going to bring you to a normal slideshow with the words on it or with the exercise on it. So remember, you just click over here, highlight that yellow, and then copy and paste it into your own e-learning slideshow and use the shapes or the text boxes to answer, or as always, take a picture of it and go ahead and upload it on to your e-learning slideshow. There's also Daily Math Challenge number 12 today, and that is one where they're asking you to kind of solve for the number of animals. So they're giving you clues, and you have to solve for how many cows, pigs, horses, chickens, and geese there are on this farm. And then this down here is a graph. So it's going to give you practice graphing. So if you notice the key down here, it says X equals 3 farm animals. So it's giving you a little clue. So how many pigs are there? If each one of these counts for 3, you can automatically help yourself by knowing the amount of cows. When you figure out all the rest of these animals, fill in the graph using that each X equals 3 farm animals. So that's your challenge today. When you've completed it, you just put it in your e-learning slideshow under the section Math Challenge. For water cycle today, you're going to be doing a new kind of slideshow that I put into your science folder. So I'm going to peek inside of Alex's science folder and you'll see it says the water cycle. So you're looking for 3M Water Cycle 1. That document has been placed in your science folder. You're going to go through, read each of these, and you're going to engage in an interactive water cycle model that Miss Boyer is going to talk all about and walk you through. After you've experienced the interactive water cycle model, you're going to click on this Take Note Padlet. And after you've done the model, you're going to answer these questions by clicking on the plus button, and then you're going to put your initials so I can give you credit for each question that you answer. So what is the most important point? Maybe you learned something about the sun today that you thought that was the most important thing about the water cycle. So you can say, I learned that, and you continue in full sentences. Or the most important part was, and you keep going. So you're using third grade sentences with capitals and periods and full sentences, making sure that you only put your initials. Now, my friends who have the same initials, you remember you're throwing in one extra letter so I can tell the difference between you two. So let's go back. So you're going to watch Miss Boyer's video. You're going to go to this we're going to go to this document, and you're going to do the water cycle model, take notes on the Padlet, and then the final thing is you're going to copy this next page into your April e-learning slideshow in the science section. And after you copy this document, so you're going to click over here and then Control C, Control V, however you're doing it on your computer, you're copying this document into your slideshow, and then you're using the line tools to match up the definition with the vocabulary word. And these all were kind of defined in this water cycle model. So your 3 jobs today with science are to watch or to engage in the water cycle model, to take notes on the Padlet, and to copy and paste this vocabulary matching into your e-learning slideshow and draw lines to match it up. A fun fact today is that on this day in 1956, Elvis Presley had his first #1 hit with Heartbreak Hotel. Click on this link right here to see him sing the #1 song live. So just something fun. So to recap, by the end of the day, you need to complete your Words Their Way, chip away at it. It's due Friday. Read 30 minutes, including some poetry reading. You're in your reading that Cinquain poems on Epic. I'm going to be looking to see that we've all read that. You're going to write a Cinquain poem and post it to Seesaw. You're going to complete math workbook page 21. You're going to read about the water cycle using the interactive water cycle model, fill out the Padlet, and complete the vocabulary matching game in your own e-learning slideshow. So if you have any questions about our work for today, make sure you're going to the Padlet or you're emailing me. Or if it can wait, we'll be checking in with each other at 10 after your Zoom with Coach Sinowitz at 9:30. Have a great day, guys. See you at 10.